Welcome back to the podcast, Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. You just did Yoda was announcing that.
Yeah.
Because you said it backwards. Oh wait, today is April 30th, 2022.
We are on fire.
We will be when it turns May. Because it gets warmer.
Welcome back to the worst podcast on the internet.
Where we start small talk with weather.
And of the four of you that listen, can we ask why?
They're all from Germany too, so they can't understand a word we say.
Guten Tag, my friends.
They only know what we're saying when we bring up the number 9, but they think it means something else.
Now you're doing shtick comedy. All right, so me and Marco were just talking about before we started recording that we're the only two people, maybe not the only two people, but our problem is we live our lives like we're characters and not humans. Because I constantly think to myself like, yeah, this is what, season 17?
Yeah, no.
I started the show in my teenage years.
Yeah, and I started the show probably when the gym opened, so 6 years ago or something. So I'm on season 6.
So you're part of my show.
Yeah.
Is what you don't realize. You're not in your own show. You're a character in mine.
I'm a character in your show, but I also have my own spin-off show, kind of like Dwight's The Farm.
Right.
I'm going to probably get canceled.
You're a Paramount Plus exclusive, so technically it's there. But is it really?
No.
You're like those early Hulu show spin-offs.
That nobody watched.
Well, we watched until they started putting commercials on Hulu.
Oh, yeah, yep. Commercials on Hulu suck. But yeah, no, I live my life like I'm in a sitcom.
And I live my life like a quarter mile at a time. Which one's better?
Probably the quarter mile at a time.
Speaking of which, did you hear the director from Fast 10? The one that did the last 4 movies just quit?
Oh, yeah, I did hear
They're
that.
7 days into filming and he's just like, you know what? Not doing it.
It's weird because I feel like him and Vin Diesel have been on the same page after being together for 10 years.
Well, that tells me how crazy is Vin Diesel acting. That's what I want to know. How crazy is he being on set where the director from the last 10 years...
But he's losing it, trying to get Dwayne Johnson to come back and everything. And he said something about how his kids call him Uncle Dwayne and stuff, and I'm like...
Well, The Rock got super mad about that because they had a private conversation 2 weeks prior.
Oh, really?
Face to face over dinner where he's like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Good luck. And then...
I think Vin Diesel's also at that point in his career where he's going to become irrelevant soon.
Well, Vin Diesel has a amazing DJ career. The idea that he just blesses us with movies is just like the icing on the top.
Yeah,
His music career, he can't go anywhere in Belgium right now without being mobbed by hundreds and hundreds of fans.
That his DJ career or his actual music making career?
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it not the same thing?
I guess. I don't know, I think being a singer is different than DJing.
That was early podcast for us
That
where we were
was.
breaking down Vin Diesel's music career.
That was... What was that called?
It was kind of good. It was good but bad.
I think it was bad because he was singing it.
No. Just the opposite. I think it was bad because it was a bad song, but good because he was doing it.
Oh, Feel Like I Do.
Yes.
Oh my god. Wait, why does it have multiple other songs? They have the Peter Panda dance listed as a song for him from the pacifier.
Oh. Yeah, where does Vin Diesel go after the Fast and Furious? The same place he always goes. Nowhere.
Wait, he voices Groot, doesn't he?
Yes.
So him saying I am Groot is listed as Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I feel like they're just reusing stuff at this point.
You know what's funny is they're not.
They actually have him rereading a line for every...
I've seen the behind the scenes footage. It's insane. And
it's Bradley Cooper going into it, and then there's Vin Diesel. I am Groot.
Well, the interview I saw with him, he's just like, yeah, it's different every time. Of course. If he's happy, it's I am Groot. If he's sad, it's I am Groot. And you have to take multiple takes, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Do we know if the rest of the Guardians are going to be in Thor 4? Or is it just Star-Lord?
Well, we saw that Drax and stuff are at least in there as a cameo type thing.
You think it's a cameo, or you think...
I think they're part of Star-Lord's story, so I assume they have to be in there a little bit.
Okay. Well, you can't have them in there too much because then it becomes a Guardians movie.
Yeah.
But I suppose the third Captain America movie was just a Black Panther movie and an Iron Man movie.
Yeah. But also, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is supposed to have Thor in it, so I guess spoiler for the movie is that we figure out that his finding in life is him supposed to be with the Guardians, so...
Yeah, I mean, could be. I was just thinking out loud.
I don't know, though. I thought he was supposed to be going over with them. But I could be wrong, but who knows? But there was some interesting news. We were talking about the show Space Force last week.
Yes.
It got canceled.
After 2 seasons?
Yep.
Well, I mean, you called it.
I did.
You're on fire this current iteration of this podcast.
I know.
You're on fire. You called it. You were like, yeah, it's getting canceled.
Oh yeah. Like, I didn't think it should have gotten a season 2, but
I don't know, man.
Did you watch season 2 at all?
Space Force?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't either, but you saw season 1.
Yeah. But my thing is, season 1's so forgettable.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to remember. I'm going to have to watch that 3-minute what happened.
The problem is it's like a 50-minute sitcom.
Yeah.
And the pacing was super slow.
Well, it wasn't like a sitcom's joke, and there's a story. This is like there's a story and 2 jokes.
Yeah.
But they pitched it as funny.
Also, Steve Carell's voice in that show really annoyed me.
I give him credit. Because say the show was really successful, he'd have to do that voice for the next 6 years.
Yeah. It hurt listening to him because I can only imagine the strain that put on his voice.
He does things like that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was just not... my biggest problem is I feel like it didn't know what it was as a show.
And my thing is, like, it's okay for a show in the first season to do that. And then you find your footing. But with 12 episodes and that big of a budget, they just don't give them a chance.
Well, so they actually... I read that they moved the filming site to Vancouver because it's cheaper production up there.
Oh, yeah, lots of shows. All the CW shows are up there.
And they still are like, nope, we're done. But I guess that happens in the TV industry.
When I used to watch all the DC superhero shows, like the early seasons of Flash and Arrow, all those film within like 10 feet of each other up in Vancouver.
Yeah.
They go up there for like 4 months, film a season, come back.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. A little fun fact. We were talking about guest directors. Again, we should just throw a mic on you as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, I know. I just started going at it.
But that's what I was talking about. Kevin Smith guest directs a bunch of episodes from those DC superhero shows.
Oh, yeah.
And he just says, he just kind of hangs out because the cast knows what to do.
Oh, that
and
was...
he tries not to screw it up.
Speaking of, like, Marvel and directors, what's his name? Watts directed the 3 Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, he bailed on Fantastic Four.
Yep. He said he wants to focus on other things, not make his career from superhero stuff. Which I don't blame him.
Which I don't... I get. So... He says, yes, I'll do it. And then after 3 months, he's like, no.
Yeah.
Why not just say no to begin with?
I wonder if it was a mutual... Like, if Marvel told him not to. I honestly feel like part of him taking time away from it is they want him thinking about where Spider-Man goes next. I know he already did a trilogy of Spider-Man movie, but I think Marvel's looking at what Sony's doing with Spider-Man stuff, and they're like, yeah, we kind of want you.
So John Watts did all 3.
Yeah.
So what I like about John Watts is he's making these... They're pretty much 80s movies.
Yeah.
For a current generation. The tone is very much Breakfast Club.
Yep.
They're just like teen comedies.
Yeah.
Which were great back in the day. But my thing is, do you want your Fantastic Four to have that same feel? Or...
Probably not.
For my Fantastic Four, I want them to be established.
Yeah.
I think that's what made Spider-Man really good is we didn't have to go through his origin story. Skip that movie and just have the Fantastic Four be established.
I feel like those 3 movies were kind of an origin story though at the same time.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah, because like it's a different type of Spider-Man take, I guess, that we're getting.
So my problem, and it's not even really a problem, it's just if I'm seeing a new Marvel film,
Mm-hmm.
I know the first hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I know everyday person has to somehow get powers and learn a lesson.
Yes.
If you can do what Spider-Man 1 did, he's already got the powers, and he goes right into learning the lesson.
Yeah.
That's more enjoyable for me, because I could care less if he gets bit by a spider.
Yeah.
I could care less if he gets kicked out of his village, because his mom gets into an argument with the dad, and they go hidden and live in San Francisco. That's Shang-Chi, if you're lost.
Yeah, I was.
Or
I was very lost.
Even the first Ant-Man, it's funny, but I don't care that he went to jail. I don't care that he's working at Red Robin. I don't really even know how he needs. Just give him the suit. That's the thing with like an audience that's so well diverse. It's like you can skip this stuff.
Yeah.
So do I care how the Fantastic Four became the Fantastic Four?
No.
Right. Just be the Fantastic Four. Show up. Be fantastic. Make sure there's 4 of you. Be done with it.
Hey, John Krasinski, I think, is in that.
I don't think it's official. They've been rumored for a while. He was supposed to be Captain America,
He was.
and he lost out. He was like top 10 in their list.
So there was a rumor that he may be in Multiverse of Madness as an alternate Captain America.
I feel like that's been a rumor all along. This Multiverse of Madness movie is gonna blow some minds.
Oh, yeah. Well, they did actually confirm something with the trailer that came out the other day.
Oh yeah, is
Yeah.
Tom Cruise there?
Tom Cruise was not in it, but they have Peggy Carter as Captain America
Okay,
in the trailer.
I like that actress.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like the TV show Agent Carter.
I never saw it.
It was on ABC, and that's what I think the problem was. Those ABC Marvel shows,
Oh.
because they're good for Marvel shows, but they're not good for everyday viewing.
Yeah.
Like our grandparents aren't going to sit down and watch Agent Carter.
Yeah, that is true.
But they took place like right around the time of the first Captain America,
Yeah.
and she's running the early Shield.
Did you hear about the new Sony Spider-Man movie?
New Sony Spider-Man movie. Kraven the Hunter?
No. He's only ever been in 2 Spider-Man comics, I think.
Okay.
El Muerto. It's played by the rapper Bad Bunny.
Yes. Okay, I did hear about this. I didn't know the character name. It's Marvel's first Latino superhero.
Mm-hmm.
What?
There's no... I have a problem with it because there's really no source material for it. Like, I guess they could come up with something on the fly, but knowing how Sony goes about making their movies...
So I knew this was a Marvel movie. I didn't know it was a Sony movie.
Yeah, Sony Spider-Man.
Sony is gonna ruin Spider-Man from the outside. Because they're doing... they just screwed up Morbius.
Yeah.
Venom, they're making a 3rd Venom movie that was announced.
Mm-hmm.
And those do decent at the box office. And I've seen them. They're good movies. What was I going to say? So they're filming right now. It's called Kraven the Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Spider-Man villain from the comics. And his whole story is he's a big game hunter.
Yeah.
So he goes around the world trying to kill the most dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
And when he sees a human spider, he decides he wants to kill him. But what's important with that one is it coincides with when Spider-Man in the comics gets the Venom suit, the symbiote. So he kills Spider-Man, but the symbiote suit keeps him alive.
Ah.
So it's a really iconic comic book series, and I've been looking forward to Kraven the Hunter for so long.
Yeah.
And now they're just doing a solo movie.
Hmm.
And again, I don't care how he becomes Kraven the Hunter. I just need Spider-Man to punch him.
Oh, you know we're getting a Kraven the Hunter origin.
Right. I think you can probably look it up on your screen who's playing him. I think it's the actor that was the Flash in Age of Ultron. Because I guess he's running around England shooting action shots.
Kraven the Hunter movie. Starring Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yes, he was in Age of Ultron.
He got spoilers for Age of Ultron. He got snuffed out for no reason other than they wanted people to think Hawkeye was going to die and then didn't kill Hawkeye.
Well, no, I also there's an issue with his character in terms of ownership for Marvel.
Was that it?
Yes.
Because I remember... That's right, because that same year, one of the X-Men movies came out with their Quicksilver.
Yes.
That's why I don't think they called him Quicksilver.
Pietro Maximoff was his name.
Right, they didn't give him the superhero name.
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny. That's gotta be such a kick for this actor, too. He's like, alright, gonna be in the Avengers. Getting in the second movie, that's awesome. And I'm snuffed out.
Take that. Imagine that you're in such like a massive franchise and they just cut you instantly.
It's gotta be the worst. Well, imagine the first Captain America, the one that originally played Rhodey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's like...
Iron Man.
What did I say?
Captain America.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The first Iron Man, he's like, all right, we're going to do this for the next 10 years, right, guys? Hey, we're going to go a different way.
No, the guy that played him didn't want to play Rhodey anymore. He was upset with the pay.
Right, because early on they got paid peanuts.
Yeah, but he was upset with how much RDJ made compared to him. And it's like, yeah, because he's the main character.
He's the only credibility this movie has.
But to be quite honest, I didn't even know the guy who played Rhodey until I saw him in that movie.
Right. I don't want to say he was blacklisted from Hollywood, but he has not been in anything else.
Oh, really?
Not that I know of.
Imagine what he could have done had he stayed in there.
Honestly, I love Don Cheadle. So
Yeah.
I'm glad Don Cheadle got in there. He's supposed to...
Terrence Howard is his name?
Oh, never mind. Terrence Howard was really famous.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that was him.
No.
Sorry, I don't go back and watch Iron Man 1 very often.
I've only seen it once.
On VHS.
He's got this section in his Wikipedia called Terryology.
Oh.
In a 2015 interview with Rolling Stone, Howard explained that he had formulated his own language of logic, which he called Terryology, which he was keeping secret until he had patented it. This logic language would be used to prove the false statement 1 × 1 = 2. How can it equal 1, he said. If 1 × 1 = 1, that means that 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 × 1 = 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So what's the square root of 2? Should be 1. But we're told it's 2, and that cannot be.
Oh, well, I mean, if you say it confidently enough, I'll back you. He seems pretty confident.
He's very confident over this.
All right, Rhodey, let's do this. But imagine feeling so strongly about that simple mathematical equation that you're like, yeah, let's patent this idea.
I bet you he was trying to use Terryology. So then he was trying to create this idea of Terryology so he could prove why he should be paid as much as Robert Downey Jr.
Look, 2 Terrence Howards equals 0.4 Robert Downey Jr., right? Just at acting from a box office draw. Well, Robert Downey Jr. doesn't exist. If he did, you couldn't multiply 2 Terrence Howards against each other.
Oh my God.
So in Iron Man 2, I'm going to play both roles. And you're going to pay me twice.
This is one of the most interesting sections I've seen on anybody's Wikipedia page ever. I don't even know where to go from there.
I mean, you were talking about that Bad Bunny character.
Yeah.
And no source material. The last time they did a character with no source material was that Iron Man 2 villain with the eye patch.
Yeah, and that was not a great movie.
Well, not a great villain. I'm okay with the movie, but when you don't have source material, you end up with a very generic Hollywood idea of what a comic book villain should be or hero.
Yeah.
What I like is Bad Bunny's super athletic.
Yeah, so he was in the WWE according to this.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Not only was he in the WWE, he did really well.
Oh, really?
Like, he's really athletic. So.
I feel like he's supposed to be, like, part of my age groups, like, is what they listen to, but I have no idea who this guy is.
He's super famous. He's really big in the Latin community, though.
So oh, okay, yeah.
If you spent more time with a more diverse group.
I spend time with diverse people.
We also don't listen to music.
I go to a liberal arts college, Brandon.
Yeah, full of white people, Marco. And it's okay for us to say that because we're both Caucasian, but it's full of white people and New Yorkers that couldn't get into real colleges. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this happening right now? Am I breaking news?
Do you know why there's actually so many New Yorkers there?
Because they get paid more. The school gets paid more.
The school gets, because me being from Massachusetts, going to a Massachusetts state school, they don't get any of the money back.
Correct.
So all the sports teams specifically are looking for kids outside of Massachusetts to get to go there for their sports teams.
Right. That's also why you sit in class and it's just like, oh, you're a senior in college and you don't know how to do math. That's why, because everyone gets in. Tell me I'm wrong, Marco.
Yeah.
Marco, I was in it was my end of my second year in the computer science program, and then one kid in the class goes, I don't know what you're talking about, to the teacher. And the teacher's like talking like about just nothing.
Yeah.
He was just saying, hey, how are you? And then he had a question from the reading the night before. He goes, well, I don't know too much about computers and stuff. And I was like, you're a computer science major and we're almost at the end of the second year. I was blown away.
Oh my god.
So I don't know honestly about too much about this computers and stuff. You might want to ask someone else.
So it's like I take the health science stuff, but I started at MCLA as athletic training, went over to a physics major, then came back to the health sciences so I can go get my doctorate in physical therapy after.
Weird flex, but go on.
And there are so as a health science major, you need to take physics 1. I think depending on the certain concentration, some of them have to take physics 2, general physics 2, and general physics 1. You also have to take intro to stats.
Mm-hmm. Intro to stats is kind of across the board.
It's kind of what?
Across the board with majors. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
people have to take, but go ahead.
But they, the amount of people that don't understand how to do, like, the math-based stuff, like, can't understand the intro statistics, can't understand how to do the math and physics, within the health science major is, like, insane.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, it's almost like their high school and stuff failed them before they even got to... Because, like, a lot of them, like, they don't even know how to rearrange equations properly. And it's insane.
This is such a very specific conversation for like a specific group because I couldn't do it.
Oh, you couldn't?
Probably not. I haven't had to do anything that wasn't zeros and ones in a long time.
Can you do PEMDAS?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're good then.
I'm talking like people don't understand the concept of PEMDAS in college. That parentheses comes first, then exponents, multiplication and division, whichever comes first, left to right in the equation, addition and subtraction, same thing, whatever comes first. It's a little mind-blowing to me, but I don't also place.
We got Brandon back in because Brandon was just like, I think I'm one of these people he's talking about.
I'm just verbally attacking you right there. It's like I don't blame people though if they don't understand. I don't think people are taught math properly.
I think there's also a different standard.
Yeah.
Where it used to be if you didn't get it, you didn't pass.
Yeah.
Now you kind of get passed. And you're someone else's problem.
Well, it's like they cater the general physics 1 class to the health science majors so then they can pass it. Is for what I heard.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's just weird. My thing is there's way better ways to learn than college.
With TikTok nowadays, I see them showing videos of how kids are learning stuff in school now for math. And I'm like, that makes no sense. Why are they learning that way?
You got me. You want to go into some nerd news?
We
Also
could go
known as the podcast.
We could go into nerd news, or we could talk more about Terryology because I found an article. Being Terrence Howard, 11 things to know about Terryology.
No. Well, we're going to have to break those down one step at a time throughout the podcast.
Well, I have to read this one at least. There's a reason bubbles are round, and Howard has the answer. I won't go into any more, but like...
So, go ahead and check down the link in the description if you want to learn more about Howardology. You know what? This is what's going to break us, is he's going to come after us. He's one of the 4 listeners.
You know what? I'm going to tag him in this podcast. Terrence Howard, come after us with your stupid nonsense of Terryology, because I bet you that it cannot be proven.
Well, don't call it stupid. You can be nice about it.
With your amazing idea of Terryology that cannot be proven.
Why don't you say, hey, come on and talk about Terryology, and then we'll have to figure it out.
You know, I love how you did actually bring up, should we go into nerd news? But I feel like we've actually said a lot of nerd news already.
I say it jokingly now.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember, what did we talk about before we did nerd news?
Like just now?
No, not like just in the podcast in general. We have turned this all to nerd news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, before we go into nerd news.
Maybe that's why we're called nerds in the gym?
Maybe. Well, we just never talk about gym stuff.
Oh, you want to talk about gym stuff? Could you hear that?
I did.
Oh, you could hear the crack. Now that is some good podcasting right there.
I hope no one was driving that just gets like cringy when that happens, because someone just threw up in their mouth. Right now, someone.
Well, there are people that do faint to the sound of like stuff cracking. So it's like,
oh yeah, that was aggressive.
Oh, this is a safe commute to work today. Here's the. Oh shit. Drives off the side of the road.
No, what I want to talk about is like week 1 of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. You told me about it.
Oh yeah.
Week 2, I checked in on it. By week 3, I am fully invested.
It's awesome, isn't it?
This is the greatest thing Johnny Depp has been in. Ever.
Oh my god.
Johnny Depp and Nicolas Cage were 2 of the actors I couldn't stand for a long time. And both of them are coming back around. Johnny Depp has warmed this icy heart of mine. It is unreal.
They have revitalized their career towards the end of it.
Also, what's Amber Heard been in besides Aquaman?
Nothing. Did you see that there is a petition with over 2 million signatures to get her removed from Aquaman 2?
Right.
But I think they finished filming.
Which is funny because they didn't want to like give in to the fan.
Yeah.
But now they probably should have.
Yeah.
So.
You know what would be hilarious? Is if they don't remove her, but instead CGI somebody's face onto her.
Oh, they're going to do that again?
That would be so funny.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like somebody else is getting paid for all the work.
Marco, I watched the doctor's on the stand. Lawyer comes up and he goes, what did Johnny Depp say to you for whatever? And he goes, well, Mr. Depp, objection. He objected to his own question.
No, hearsay is what he says. Hearsay.
Which is a type of objection.
Yes. But
hearsay, objection, you're objecting to hearsay.
The best thing about the hearsay is he cut off Johnny Depp like 50,000 times, and it got to the point where Johnny Depp would like start to answer something, he'd look up.
No
hearsay?
I mean, I could.
And like the entire like crowd there is like laughing and everything. Like it's become such a joke.
He's so good at looking at the camera too.
Oh yeah.
He is giving us the best court TV show of all time. Cause and again, they give him a microphone, and he's just like, here's it.
Do you see them like making Johnny Depp and his team like making fun of Amber Heard's team?
Yeah. Johnny Depp has laughed more in public in this court case than he has the last like 20 years of his like recluse life.
That's because he's been struggling with drug abuse and being beaten by Amber Heard.
Well, drug and alcohol abuse, and usually people look down on him. Well, now because Amber's so awful, people are like, well, of course he's doing cocaine. He's getting beat up. Of course, I'd do cocaine too.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. Did you see the video that they had of the guy that was testifying in court, but he had to be called in through the camera? Through like FaceTime.
He was driving.
He's driving
and
to
vaping.
work and vaping.
And again, I tried listening to what he was saying, and he was so nice. But I just the clip
Johnny
I had,
Depp is losing it on the side there. He is laughing hysterically, and it was so bad that they ended up taking their lunch break after, and there's a video of the judge like just sitting at the stand for like a good minute, and then she goes, I have never seen anything like that before in my life. She's like, I don't know what I just witnessed, but I think now's a good time for us all to take our lunch break and debrief a little. And it's like, she was even caught off guard by that entire...
Amber Heard is sitting at her desk writing constantly. She is writing
notes to her
doesn't
lawyer.
stop writing. So is she actually writing notes? Is what people are saying?
She's like writing notes and handing them to her lawyer.
But it's like pages and pages.
Yeah. But it's so crazy. Like, did you see the part where they played the clip where she's like, "What are you gonna do? Tell the world I, Johnny Depp, am a victim of domestic violence?"
Oh yeah.
And
they have her on tape saying how she's gonna say that he beat her.
Yeah, and some of the stuff feels like it's straight out of a movie.
It's crazy.
Like, it is so ridiculous how insane this entire trial is.
Well, remember they got divorced and she gave away her entire divorce settlement to charity? Lie. It came out this week. Never went to charity.
Elon Musk paid it.
That's crazy. We haven't even gotten to those testimonies, Marco. I think those are coming up next week.
Elon Musk is coming in?
I don't think Musk, but I think Franco.
Franco is... I hope they get Musk on there after he just bought Twitter and everything.
This is... I'm sorry, Marco. This is the most crazy thing I've ever seen because I could care less.
Well, so
but I can't stop watching.
There's been tweets and stuff posted of them holding hands, Elon Musk and Amber Heard, and he's got bruises all over his face. And it's like, how is she getting away with all of this? She's just abusing people.
The best part is because Disney didn't back him and fired him.
Yeah.
Her lawyer goes to him and she's like, you were quoted in saying that you would never work with Disney again, even for $200 million and 100 alpacas?
$300 million actually is what they said.
Oh, is that what it was?
And he was like, nope.
And the alpacas? I like alpacas. So the people showed up outside the courtroom. A local alpaca farm brought their alpacas down. So he runs out of the courtroom, starts waving to people, sees the alpacas, like reaches for him. He's like, ah. And then he gets in the car. There's like 2 miles of people lined up down the street cheering him on.
It is so crazy how much support he's getting from everybody too.
Did you hear what she's doing? So he'll dress in an outfit one day, and
then
she wears the next outfit the next day.
So, did you also see that they had some psychiatrists testify? And they were saying that she is the highest level of a narcissist and that she basically failed the test saying that she has PTSD because she's lying about it.
She said, yes, I have to every one of the 20. And she goes, even the most war-torn people with the highest PTSD only choose 8 of these.
Yes.
She chose 20.
And so, I think she copied the psychiatrist outfit the next day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I've seen like psychiatrists and stuff talking about it on Twitter saying like that's like a whole nother diagnosis, like because she has, which I think they said in court, some personality disorder too, and it's like she is a psychopath.
And the way that when the cameras are on her, she looks so weird and sad. And the second she thinks the cameras are off, just smiling.
Well, she's acting. That's what's happening. She's trying to act, but she's not even that good of an actress.
She's not that good of an actress. But Johnny Depp is just so endearing. It's just so insane. He was the security guard was on the stand.
Yeah.
And he was just talking about how he saw Johnny Depp drunk, and he was peeing in the hallway. So her team goes, "Did you see his penis?" No, I remember seeing his penis. Like, their questions make no sense. Like, where did this law firm come from?
It's crazy how much money she has, and she couldn't hire good lawyers.
Yeah, because Johnny Depp's paying for all her lawyers.
That's all true.
That's all secret window money from 2002 that she's burning. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's one of the craziest things I've ever, like, witnessed. And it's just, like, every day it's trending at some point on Twitter because Amber Heard does something that shoots herself in the foot again.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Did you see the video of her, like, intentionally setting up a camera when he's, like, slamming, like, the cabinets and stuff? Like, trying to, like, show off his violence and everything? And it's, like, he's not directing any of it towards her. Mm-hmm. And, like, and then he obviously sees the camera and gets pissed off, but it's, like, she's, like, intentionally aggravating him and, like, starting everything.
It's just so insane. Like, we shouldn't be having this conversation.
No.
But it is the most, like, crazy TV.
Now, she has not testified yet, has she?
Not that I've seen, but I'm only watching YouTube clips.
I feel like I would have seen something like, will she ever have to testify? Surely she has to, right? Like, I don't know how the court system works,
So she doesn't have to, but more than likely she will. But she could just plead the fifth if she thinks it's going to incriminate her. I believe, again, don't quote me on this. But this lawsuit is him suing her for defamation of character.
Yes.
So I believe she is going to have to testify. But if she pleads the fifth, she's just going to lose.
Because I want to see how badly she... Like, I feel like she'll just fall apart if she has to testify.
I don't think she'll fall apart because she's such a narcissist. She's just going to play this character, but they poke so many holes in it.
Kind of like somebody that we used to know.
Yeah, you're not kidding. People are sick.
Like what level? Like, because she definitely believes her lies. Yeah. Like, she definitely believes that all this actually happened to this point. Because she's been lying about it for so long and to such an extreme level.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. How long is this going to take? Because it's already been 3 weeks.
It just takes as long as it takes. It could be another 3, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm all for it then. Like, as much as, like, it's probably, like, a pain in the ass for them. I guess, like, for Johnny Depp, though, like, this is basically, like... This is my job right now. This is how I'm making money right now.
For Johnny Depp, because if he didn't really say anything to the press throughout all this when he was getting dragged through the coals. So this has got to be redeeming for him. But he's not forgetting all the people that turned their back on him.
When was her original, like, file for all, like, when she said about all this domestic abuse? Like, how long ago was that?
Oh, dude, it was pre-COVID.
So
this stuff was, like, almost 5 years ago.
So, one, he probably wasn't able to get this to happen because of COVID, to start off.
I'm sure it got postponed, but you got to think...
But they probably took these years to gather all this information, too.
So what happened was he wants a divorce. Then she claims domestic abuse. Then they get divorced. The divorce alone could have taken 2 years.
Yeah, yep.
Then she goes out and about how abusive he was. That's the defamation that's happening now. And then taking his divorce money, giving it away.
Yeah.
And then it got to this point. So the court systems did get backed up because of COVID, but it does take forever to do anything.
Yeah. I guess, like, also when you have 2 high-profile celebrities with how much money is involved with that, the court system, in terms of a divorce, it probably takes way more.
Well, plus the lawyers want to drag it out.
Yeah.
But Johnny Depp lost so much money and movie opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the Dumbledore movie got kicked out of.
Oh, yeah.
That's printing money.
Well, I don't think he missed out on that, though.
The paycheck.
The paycheck, yes. The reviews for it, though, are pretty brutal.
Right. What else? He got kicked off the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's, again, printing money.
So they're making another one of those?
Yeah, I don't know which characters. I fell off of those.
Because I thought it was going to be a spin-off with the other guy's character. The younger guy. Him and Keira Knightley's character.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Who, again, was like a top... Kate Perry's husband.
Back when I was in 10th grade, I was like... me and my friends were talking. We got into a conversation about Natalie Portman's outfits in episode 2 of Star Wars. And I was like, oh yeah, do you remember what she was wearing in Pirates of the Caribbean? And they start laughing hysterically. I'm like, what? They're like, that's Keira Knightley, you idiot.
So Orlando Bloom is the one I
Orlando Bloom, that's him. Yeah.
Him and Keira Knightley were like top actors for like 3 to 5 years, and they both kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about the Keira Knightley thing is she plays the Queen Amidala's double in the movie.
Keira Knightley?
Yeah, so she plays the fake Queen Amidala in episode 1.
Oh, does she?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So it's like, my friends were like laughing like that, like I legitimately had no idea that.
You fell for the fake?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to search right now, so... They had 5 movies, but I don't know...
Well, I know after the 3rd one, Orlando Bloom's character gets like sent to the pirate ship of death or whatever.
Yes. So they have 2 Pirates movies coming out.
I think one's all female based. I think that was the draw of one of them.
They have a 6th film and a spin-off.
My thing is I haven't followed this point. I'm not going to get back on it.
Well, I the first 2 were good, I think, and then the next 3 weren't that great.
Well, I think Johnny Depp's in the first 3, and then he's not in the rest.
No, he's in the other 2.
Johnny Depp is?
Yeah.
Oh. So, welcome back to Nerds in the Gym podcast, where two guys who haven't seen these movies are trying to figure out who's in which one.
I saw the first 3.
I saw the first 3, but a long time ago, like when I was over 10 years ago.
Yep, he's in the 4th one, and then he is also in the... Yes, because the 5th one is where they use the de-aging on him, I think, for some scenes.
Oh, like flashbacks?
Yeah. And that one, I can only imagine what the ratings for this one were, the reception, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it made a decent amount of money, surprisingly. But where is... I can't find.
Oh, no worries, man. We're good. We can move on.
Oh, yeah, we can move on.
Nerd news. They are almost done filming Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Did we get a holiday special?
Yeah. You didn't hear about this?
No. Is Gamora going to be in it, though?
I don't know. I know Groot's in it. I would assume Gamora has to be.
That creates a little bit of... I don't know. It depends on how they get her in it, too. Or what time place. Does it take place in between 1 and 2?
I have to pause for 1 sec. Do you want me to pause the audio, or you want to monologue about something?
I could try to monologue.
Monologue away,
All right, we're monologuing away. All right, we're going to search to see this Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Let's see here. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. All right, so I was thinking it would only work with Gamora in there if it is between the first and the second movie, like, because she obviously died in one of the movies. Oh, in Infinity War. Let's see here. The writing. Oh boy, this is a lot of stuff. It does not say, actually. The story is set between Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Interesting. And they have her listed as a cast. Who knows if that's official. But, interesting. Do you guys think it's going to be like the Star Wars Christmas special? I hope it's like the Star Wars holiday special. Have you guys ever seen the Star Wars holiday special? It is one of the greatest creations on this planet. It is terrible by all means, but it is also great. It is so bad, in fact, that George Lucas is trying to get rid of every copy that there ever was. He does not want anybody to know about this. It was a tragedy. So that movie had, actually, does it even have all the actual characters? It has all the actors listed on here, but I think there was something weird where Harrison Ford is not properly in it. I could be wrong with that. Let's see here. If I search... No, maybe I don't have to search. But it's basically this story about how I think Chewbacca is trying to plan a Christmas dinner for all of his family back on Kashyyyk. Which this would actually mean... So Kashyyyk was introduced way back in the 80s then. Oh, that's fascinating. Because we don't see Kashyyyk again until episode 3, when the droid attack happens on there with Order 66. But yeah, it's some weird thing. I haven't seen this actually in a long time. I should rewatch it. I wonder if there is any copyright rules on this movie. Because I think a movie or whatever, I don't know if it's considered a movie or like a television special. I wonder if there's any copyrights on this. Because we could so do a reaction video to this abomination. Don't worry, Brad, I'm doing great. Talking about the Star Wars holiday special now. Do you You've seen that, obviously.
Sorry, I am back. Hopefully Marco didn't get us canceled.
No, I didn't. I stayed away from anything that had to do with cancel culture.
From Hot Button.
I almost brought up Joe Rogan, but...
Oh, well, I mean, you can bring up Joe Rogan and get 2 million more subscribers.
I know. People tried canceling him, and he blew up. Even more.
Bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger than ever. But I was saying, I wonder if the Star Wars Holiday Special has any copyrights to it.
Yes.
It does?
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be open source and you could use it. Disney owns it because it was part of the the Lucasfilms. But I believe part of the transaction was George Lucas was just adamant that it not be released. I've seen the first 15 minutes. It's so unwatchable.
It's so bad. I was going to say, though, we could, if it was... Depending on the rules behind it, we could have done a reaction to it.
I mean, I'd be down for it, but it'd be a tough watch.
It would be. But so, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special takes place between Love and Thunder and 3. And Volume 3.
Which is funny, because it's coming out this year.
And it has...
Does it say how long it's going to be? Is it a movie, or... it can't be more
It's
than
a television special.
It's got to be an hour.
Yeah, or less than. But it says that Gamora's in it, but who knows if that's obviously Wikipedia just doing its thing.
I don't think they would do one without her, because this is like a family
team.
Because they were all getting ready to walk away for James Gunn.
Yeah. What if that's the story is how Chris Pratt's character, Star-Lord, gets Gamora back?
You're really interested in this story, huh? They're together right now, right? He just has to make her re-fall in love with him.
That's what I'm saying. We get a Christmas rom-com with the Guardians.
Do you want to know what's going on outside?
Yeah, what's going on?
So I got pulled away, got a text like, pause the podcast, which never happens. So that's why I ran out. There's like a scraping sound. So we thought there was like a mouse in the room, but it's coming from outside. We have a chipmunk. I moved in here about almost 5 years ago at this point.
Oh, so like when the gym opened?
Yeah, right around the same time. And the chipmunk moved in up back. And I didn't think anything of it, because who cares? It's a chipmunk. So now he hibernates out back, wakes up this time of year, slims down, and then gets fat right up until winter. He doesn't like Marina, my girlfriend, fiance.
Dropped.
He cannot stand her. She goes outside to like stretch in the yard or to go outside. He just starts yelling. And chipmunks, who knew, made sounds, but he starts screeching at her. He was outside her window trying to get up the drain pipe for no reason. Mm-hmm. And she thought like an animal was trying to break into the house.
So Joe so he got me for Christmas one year a Red Ryder BB gun because of A Christmas Story.
He'll shoot your eye out.
Yep. And so I haven't seen that in about 4 years because he asked me if he could borrow one time to shoot the chipmunks out in his yard. And I haven't seen it since. Except for like when I go to his house and I see it sitting on his deck.
I know I'm supposed to get a cage, catch him, and then release him like in a park somewhere, but...
Just bring it to my house. We have the woods in the backyard.
He really is not hurting anybody. Him and Marina are just not getting along.
He screeches and she's like, I don't like this. Get out of here.
The room we're in now is right by the back door. I used to sleep in this room. This used to be my bedroom. And one morning I woke up and I heard the screeching. And I had no idea what it was. It woke me up.
I didn't know Chipmunk screeched.
He's just out there yelling. So for me, he's so used to me. I go outside. I just look at him and be like, hey, knock it off. And he stops.
You're treating it like a dog.
Essentially, he's my pet.
I can't wait till the day I come in here and there's just a chipmunk running around and you're like, oh yeah, we adopted it.
No, he sits on the back porch in the sun. I thought you were going to meet him today.
Oh, really?
He doesn't back down from anybody. He just screeches.
Is she like looking for him right now?
I think she cursed him out.
Oh, okay.
She is either having a heart-to-heart or that chipmunk is not long for this world.
You know, I'm going to have my phone out one day and get, like, a recording with it and post on the YouTube channel.
Of her cursing him out, or just my chipmunk yelling?
Just the chipmunk yelling, maybe me, like, vlogging with him, like, hey, how's it going? And then get, like, maybe attacked or something, you know? You know, like, in Elf, when he's, like, looks at the raccoon, he's like, oh, somebody need a hug. And he gets attacked. That's what's going to happen to me.
Oh, for sure. He doesn't mess around.
So last night was a big night for the gym, though.
Oh, go ahead.
We had Q Sumner had his pro fight only an hour away from us, so we got like a decent amount of people from the gym to actually go. Knockout in the first round he got. Left hook, right hand. Took the guy out. I could hear him hit this guy's jaw, though, from the stands.
Mm-hmm.
It was brutal. No. Like, I can't imagine getting hit with something like that. It was just... Ugh. It sounded brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely felt brutal. The guy, like, stayed on the ground for a good, like, couple minutes before he even, like, attempted to get up. Then they helped him up, put him in a seat.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, like, what goes on inside your head after something like that.
I don't think a whole lot.
You're just, like, brain dead
I
temporarily.
think you're just out for a little bit. I mean, that's cool for the program.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Did you watch any of the NFL draft?
No, but I saw a lot of complaints about Bill Belichick after day one. Because of the linemen they took.
Oh, well, Bill Belichick did what Bill Belichick does every week, or every year. Trades down.
Yeah. Well, what I don't think people understand, Belichick's looking for something else that, like, one, he's looking for versatility, and he's looking for somebody that's going to work in his program. He's not looking for a player that stood out in college, really.
Yeah, he doesn't... I don't know how to say it. His first round picks really don't go very far.
Yeah.
So I'd rather him trade down.
Yeah.
But you also got to think they're always drafting at the end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just draft down?
Well, usually every year they have, like, their 4th, 5th, and 6th rounds are loaded. Like, in terms of how many picks they have.
Mm-hmm. And none of them make the team.
Or they become amazing players.
Right. I mean, Belichick knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But there was so many trades. I was trying to watch it live.
Wasn't there something ridiculous, like, where there were, like, 5 receivers in a row that were picked?
There was like 5 in the top 15.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
No, but some big names got traded.
Oh, really?
Hollywood Brown from Baltimore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He is going to Arizona.
Oh.
And then...
In that, Kyler Murray situation isn't sorted out yet, is it?
According to the coach, it is.
Okay.
That they've had some sort of discussion, and he's happy, and they're going to go move forward.
Yeah, because that was a whole disaster.
I don't think it was as bad as people made it seem online.
Mm.
Once Super Bowl's over, there's nothing to talk about. People blow up everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the draft. The draft is weird for me because it's like I can't get excited about any picks that happen because it's like I don't know how they're going to perform in the NFL.
Right.
It's like how many, especially quarterbacks taken in the first round, end up being like big name quarterbacks.
Well, that's the exciting part, but the only one quarterback went in the first round, so you got to hope for that 3rd round Russell Wilson or 6th round Tom Brady, because we knew this was a weak quarterback draft.
Yeah.
I honestly don't really care about it, but then I kind of do just because I'm bored
Yeah.
as far as sports goes. And then the other Brown, AJ Brown from Tennessee, got traded to Philadelphia.
I did know about that one.
So
Philly's not that good though.
He wanted to get paid.
No.
And he's a top wide receiver. And I guess Tennessee didn't even offer him $20 million a year, which is like lowballing him.
It's so crazy how much these guys worry about these extremely high pays as opposed to winning a championship.
I mean, winning a championship only gets you so far.
Yeah.
And only one team's going to win. So, especially he's 24. Get your money now. Worry about championship at the tail end. Philadelphia has Carson Wentz is the Commanders.
Yep.
Hurts, right? That's their quarterback?
Yes.
I mean, now that he's got a weapon. but I think Tennessee's kind of in win now mode.
Yeah.
Because all their contracts are going to be coming up soon.
Like, you can't take Henry away from Tannehill, or else Tannehill doesn't, like, he can't just do strictly passing.
Right. And when Henry goes down, the whole team struggles.
Yeah.
But I like Mike Vrabel as a coach. I liked him as a player.
I think he's a good coach.
They got to the playoffs, held together with duct tape last year. They had so many injuries. So to get a team of nobodies to play really well together.
You know, I would like to see somebody like Hightower or Gerard Mayo become like the head coach of the Patriots at some point.
Mayo is supposed to be on the short list for head coaching jobs now.
I know. It's like, I hope the Patriots keep him around long enough so then when Belichick goes, they can get somebody, like, because I would like to see, like, some consistency with the team. Somebody that knows the program and everything.
What I hate, well, once the new coach takes over, that's that. I wish I knew we were going to go into this today. The new coach for the Miami Dolphins is amazing.
Is he really?
His name is like Mike McDonald, and he was an assistant out in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
He is the funniest person I've ever heard talk.
Really?
Oh gosh, it's so good. We don't have to do it today. I'll have to show you the video and we can talk about it. But he got interviewed on McAfee, and McAfee makes like everyone look good, but he is hilarious. So he's just talking about how Tua, no one trusts him.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept pulling him late in games for Fitzmagic, and he kind of looks like you, but smaller.
Yeah, I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now.
And he just kind of talks like this.
And he's from Boston.
Is he?
Yeah.
But he will say things like...
Wait, this may be a Mike McDonald?
I think so.
Mike McDonald says Baltimore Ravens 2022 to present. So
Oh, you got the wrong one. I would type in Dolphins head coach.
I wasn't clicking.
But he'll just say things like, so you have a quarterback who doesn't feel like you trust him.
Oh, Mike McDaniel.
Oh, is it McDaniel?
Yeah.
And then McDaniels is the Raiders head coach.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
He'll just say, he's just funny because he's just like, so we're going to take Tua. We're going to trust him. And we're going to give him pieces around him. And then we're going to win games.
Did you see the Rams roasting the Patriots for their draft pick?
So I read about that this morning, that it was taken out of context.
Yeah.
Because I guess teams are doing like watch-alongs. So if you have certain teams like Dallas or the Rams, you could have watched their entire war.
Oh, really?
You could have, I'm sure they have areas that aren't mic'd up for them to talk, but you could just watch it live.
Huh.
But he was talking about how he felt dumb.
Yeah.
That he was going to be there because the Rams trade all their picks away.
Oh, okay.
So he was saying like, oh, we're stupid because this guy's a lot better than we thought. Where everyone wanted him to be burying the Patriots for like, oh, you're dumb for taking him so early.
Yeah.
The guy's a beast though.
Yeah, no, he is.
This guy's like 6'7", lean, 5-year starter.
Well, also the Patriots just got rid of they got rid of one of their linemen, Marcus Brown. No, he's defensive line.
I can't keep track honestly with the offensive line because they'll leave for 2 seasons then come back. But we always have a good offensive line. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about a guy by the name of Angel Hernandez?
Angel Hernandez. What sport?
Baseball.
What did he do?
He's the umpire. And
what did he do?
He's the really bad umpire. Like, he's notorious for having the worst strike zone and worst calls in general.
Sorry. You're going to have to fill me in.
So, did you see Kyle Schwarber's big outbreak?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like a 22-second clip that I can play for you quickly so you can watch this.
Yep.
And the best part about this is he doesn't just go after him for himself. He goes after him for the other team as well. He's having like this massive freak out. He's pointing to the both teams.
Oh, this guy's been an forever. I recognize him now that I see him.
Yeah. Like, he was so upset about the calls. But, like, it's so funny because it wasn't like, oh, I'm just doing this on my behalf. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're making terrible calls for their team and my team. He's like...
What's crazy that the coach didn't get out there quicker?
Actually, this was... Like, I saw a lot of people, like, on social media and everything are praising what he did because of how bad of an umpire this guy is. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I like how he didn't just defend his team, but he defended the other team and all his teammates. It wasn't just about himself. But, like, his outburst was only, like, 20 seconds. He gets off. And, like, people are, like, saying, like, they liked how it was because it wasn't, like, comedically long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he made his point and then just walks off on his own terms.
Baseball's a weird sport. Because I used to watch baseball all the time. But my thing is, like, you don't need an umpire.
They can make it a robot.
Right. You need an umpire for even safe and out. That's about it. But for strikes, they should have gotten rid of them a while ago.
Yeah.
But, well, you heard about Trevor Bauer, right? He's suspended for 2 years, not including last year.
Yeah.
So, what are the odds is he can have 3 years off?
I saw people joking around saying, like, Deshaun Watson looking at this 2-year suspension.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield didn't get traded. I was surprised about that one.
So that must mean the MLB did find something though with Trevor Bauer, right?
Trevor Bauer, it just said they did the investigation, so yeah, they must have done something.
Yeah, I don't. Although it's weird that while the investigation was going on, he couldn't play.
I didn't look too far into it. I forgot all about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention. I see stuff like this and I find it entertaining. He's talking about the flip out in baseball, not the.
Well, you saw your guy as the new coach for the minor league team, right? The Rip City guy.
Oh, he's the coach of the Pittsfield Suns, which is a collegiate league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal, though.
So he's like the all-time leader in like most hitting statistics for the team because he played for them a few years ago.
How old is he?
Let's see. He is probably 25, 26 now because he's like 4 years older than me.
That's pretty impressive.
Because he was a senior when I was a freshman in high school.
Well, just to be the manager over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that is major league affiliated, right?
No.
Not anymore?
No, they're not major league affiliated. It's just a collegiate league, so it's just a bunch of college players.
Oh, never mind. I take my compliment away.
But they do get like a slight pay and everything, I think.
All right, man. We're over an hour at this point. You cool? Anything else you want to talk about? Or
no, I think I guess I'm good for now.
All right, sweet.
Now you are gone next week.
Nope, I'm here next week.
Okay, you're here next week. You leave. Okay.
Are you here next week?
I am here next week.
All right, guys, that's good news. So it sounds like we got another pod coming your way.
Yeah. Maybe we could double up. No, that would probably go terribly wrong.
It's all good. All right, guys, we've been Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
I'm Marco.
And just remember, whether you're hungry, thirsty, get yourself a nice warm cup of Campbell's soup.
And eat your fruits and vegetables. Oh, wait. Did you hear they're making some type of granola where the whole point of it is you pour orange juice in as opposed to milk?
No.
Somebody try that and let us know.
All right. We'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Adios.